Hi everyone, welcome back to a new video, and in this one we're going to be looking at another job lot of cameras that I have bought. So here we go, another box, completely unopened. This one is a mixture of both film and digital. I know there's a couple of disc cameras in here. Can't actually remember a great deal about the rest of the stuff because I bought this one a while ago, but because I've not been particularly well, it's basically just sat in the corner of my office for a couple of weeks, so I've got to open it up. Now, one thing is, this job lot was sold as completely untested for spares and repairs, so we might have 0 working ones in here. None of them were sold with chargers either if they required a rechargeable battery. So I might not be able to test all of them during the unboxing. If I do get a chance to check them before the final edit of the video, I will add in comments as to whether it did actually work or not. So, without any further ado, let's have a look what we've got in here. Okay, so first time using an overhead camera view. Hopefully this doesn't get too shaky for you, but let's have a look at what we've got here. So just get it open a second. Right, let's see how well it's packaged first of all. And well, we've got bubble wrap, which is always a good sign. So let's start getting the bubble wrap off. Ooh. And first up, we have a little Fujifilm 14 megapixels. Model number is JV300 by the looks of that just there. I'm not sure if the camera's going to focus on that too well. There we go. Right, open it up. No battery, no SD card. So I'm going to have to find a battery for that and have a look, see what it's like. I don't know this one too well. 3 times zoom, f3.9 to 5.9 does feel rather plasticky, but it's in reasonable condition, so it doesn't look too bad. Little strap with it, but there we go. Unknown on this particular one as to whether it is behaving itself. So let's put that one to this side and pull off a couple of layers of bubble wrap. Right, let's grab the Minolta here. So this is a Minolta AFE 35mm f3.5 lens on it. Auto select and ISO 100, 200 and 400. Rewind buttons just there. What are the battery terminals like? Let's have a quick look at those. Actually, doesn't look too bad and looks relatively clean inside as well, so not bad at all. Let's grab a couple of AA's and see if we get anything out of it. Now that's not going to work. Battery door catch. Let's see if you can see it just there. Battery door catch is broken, so it won't stay closed. And not getting anything out of it anyway, so that could be a dead one there. It's a shame. These were halfway decent cameras in their day. They weren't too bad at all. Autofocus, reasonable, you know, point and shoot film camera. Right, next up we have a Prinz 120 Lux. So fairly standard clicky clicky 110 film camera here, and yep, that's working. So we've got one that we definitely know is working. These were pretty much mass brand produced. They were rebranded under a whole range of different names. Flash bulb, no built-in flash, plastic lenses, typical 110 film camera you found throughout, I would judge probably the 70s in the case of that one. But it works. Right. Oh my goodness, what is this? Right. It has no brand name on it whatsoever. It is a TS300. Has a tiny little display on the back, one button. The rubber there has gone very horrible. I don't know if that is a AAA or a AA that goes in there. Right, 1 minute. I'm going to have to go and get some some AAAs. Back in a second. Right, I'm back with a AAA battery. Let's have a look. Ooh, it's really not brilliantly made here, but that goes in there. Now, it's not clear which way up this battery actually goes. I've got to peel the film off. But it doesn't appear to be doing anything, so we will for now count this one as dead. Looks very cheap, nasty and e-wasty to me, but there we go. Never come across it. Very weird little thing. Right. Ooh. Next up, we have a Nikon Coolpix 885. Now, these were halfway decent cameras. It has a battery in there. So we have a battery. I very much doubt that that battery has any charge in it, but let's give it a go. No charge in that, so I will have to get that battery charged up and see how it goes. But these things were not too bad. Ooh! And we have a memory card in here as well. Compact flash, 256 megabytes. So it does still have a memory card in it. And these, still got the sticker on the front there, 3.2 megapixels, 3 times optical zoom, f2.8 to 4.9, f2.8 on the widest end, not too bad at all. So the Coolpix series from Nikon were generally pretty good, so we'll have to give this one a go, see if I can get it powered up once I've charged the battery. I've got a universal charger that I can give that a go, but this one I'm hoping I can get working, because these were pretty good little beasties for their day, and I'm a sucker for a low megapixel count digital camera, so we'll give that one a go and I will report back. Right, up next we have a 6 megapixel Olympus FE-120, 2.8 to 4.9 on the zoom. No memory card in there. And looks like it's 2 double A's it wants in there. So I believe these took rechargeables or standard ones. And it powers up. We have life in it. So it is filthy, but flash works as well. We have a working camera. So the Olympus FE-120, 6 megapixels. You will be used to take some photos and we'll see what you are like. I wonder if I'm going to have to double check what memory card this actually takes, because I'm not convinced that's SD. That looks like, I can't remember what it's called at the moment, but I will have to double check on what memory card that takes. I've pretty much got most memory cards hidden away somewhere, so we will give it a go. But it works. Right, what do we have tucked down in the corner here? We have an Ilford Sportsman. So this one, because these did come with a range of lenses, this has a Decora 45mm f3.5, manual wind on, shutter releases on the front. We've got our aperture range there, 3.5 through to f16. Shutter count, looks like it's a fixed shutter speed, so I will need to do a bit of digging as to exactly what that is. 35mm, sorry, should have mentioned that earlier because I know what these are. The inside actually looks relatively clean. Shutter doesn't appear to be firing though, it's hard to see, but I'm not seeing the shutter firing there at all, so could be an issue with the shutter. Oh no, shutter is firing. We managed to get the shutter open there. Now it won't close until I wind it on. So this one could be working. As I say, I don't really see anywhere to change the shutter speed on this one, so there's a good chance it's a fixed, as I say, fixed shutter speed, and you can only vary the aperture. It's a bit tatty on the outside, but the inside looks clean enough and it may be usable. We'll give this one a good clean up and see what we can get out of it. Right, hidden away under here. We have another digital camera. I didn't think there were quite so many digitals in this batch. And this is a Kodak EasyShare 310. Lens is 35mm equivalent. That's all it says. So I assume it's a 35mm lens on it. Right, battery wise, it says it takes double A's, and to push this way to open. Oh, that's not very nice at all. I mean, I very much doubt we'll get anything out of this, but you know, what the hell. Let's give it a go. See what happens. Right, where is the power button for this? Right, that's the power button on there. Nope, nothing at all, and I must confess I'm not massively expecting this thing to work, given the battery corrosion there, but we'll clean that battery corrosion off and we may get some life out of it. 4 megapixel. You can see there, so 4 megapixel. There. Ooh. And we have a 512 megabytes tiny SD card from Jessup's, a photographic retailer in the UK. Which way round does that go? It does go that way round, but again, it'd be fun to see if there's any pictures on any of these cards. Let's have a look. Right, see what we've got. My goodness, there's more in this job lot than I thought there was. I mean, this was £24, well £25 to be exact, and it's actually got quite a lot of stuff in it, so good fun if nothing else. Right, so this is a Minolta Disc-7. Now, disc film is well and truly dead. There we go, that's where our disc would go, in the back of there. We'd pop the disc in there, uses disc film as it says, close it up, and that would then allow us to shoot. I've got no idea what this funny little thing on the side here is. Is it a kind of easy grip type system to make gripping it easier. I've honestly got no idea. It's very interesting. Oh, so I don't know how we actually... Ah, there we go. That's our on-off switch. Just there. And it's got a mirror in front of it for selfies. Look, you can just about see me in it. Maybe that's what that's for. To allow you to do... Well, isn't that interesting? So it appears... Yeah, there's the self-timer. This appears to be a very early selfie screen on a camera. That is... And you've got people and mountains. Now that's sliding something in front of there, so I don't know whether that's focusing or whether that is actually for some kind of zoom. Does it change anything in the viewfinder, I wonder? We're not going to be able to see. Had a quick look up to my eye, don't know. Interestingly, the flash is there. Where do the batteries go in this? That's interesting, because obviously it's going to need batteries, given that it's got a flash on there, but I can't for the life of me see where you would actually put the batteries. That's also threaded, sorry, that probably went out of focus for ages there, that's actually threaded for a tripod too. That's an interesting little... Well, whatever is powering it... Oh my goodness, is this clockwork? Well, I've got no idea. This one has me properly intrigued. It really does. So, very, very, very interesting little camera, even if you can't get film for it anymore. Right, we have something in a case. And this is a Halina 128 disc camera. So, again, same things about the lack of... being able to get film for these applies. Film wind. I mean, there's the battery compartment just there, just for fun. Let's pop our AA's in there. Ooh, we get a sound from the capacitor. I'm not sure if you heard that, but the capacitor was definitely charging up there. Not quite sure how we are supposed to get into this, because the film wind there you can see is not doing anything. Aha. Maybe if I read the bit that said film open just there, that would have helped. Right, so that's where our film goes in. We'd load our film up, close that down, and no, it doesn't. Ooh. Well, the flash is charged, we can see that, but nothing beyond that. This appears to be, yep, you can see the viewfinder changing there. This had a zoom on it, so doesn't look like it will fire without any film in it. Can we fool it into thinking film's been wound on? Doesn't look like we can, unfortunately. But there we go. There are times like these when I almost wish you could still get disc film. I really do. Just to play around with interesting ones, because this one here and our Minolta, these two, let's hold them a bit further down so you can see them both. These two are interesting little cameras, full stop. They really are, particularly this Minolta, and it's a shame that I can no longer get film for them. Right, we have a tiny little Vivitar Vivicam 3188, 3.18 megapixels. No idea what the lens is on it. Macro and distance mode just there. USB in, SD card slot there, no SD card in it, and 2 AAAs for the batteries. So let's have a quick look. That's positive, that's negative. Pop those in there. Power button. Power button is not doing anything. Did I put those batteries in the right way round? Appeared to, but just in case. So yeah, that's, I mean, I'll put them in the other way round. I very much doubt we'll get much joy. No, it doesn't matter which way round I put the batteries in. And these are new batteries. We get nothing from it. I mean, I will check the battery terminals down the bottom of here to make sure that they've not got any corrosion in them, but it doesn't look like we're going to get any joy out of this one. I mean, it is very cheaply constructed, so it's probably no great loss, although the macro and mountain switch is quite intriguing on it. But aside from that, looks like that one's a no-go. Right, we have another 110 camera here, Vivitar. So we've got a tele lens here, 24mm f5.6, 45mm f5.6 as well, and there we go. That is the switch to move between tele and normal. I've no idea what EX is. It's got a flash on here. Let's have a quick look, see if we can figure out. Yep, okay, those terminals in there are a bit corroded, but let's pop some batteries in there, see if we get any joy out of it. Cool, that's tough to close up. Not hearing anything off of the flash there to indicate that it's charging. So this one is probably not very healthy. It's an auto winder as well, so it does need the batteries to wind on. So that one looks fairly dead. So our Tele 835AW, I will have a look at cleaning the battery contacts up, see if we can get anything out of it, but no, doesn't look particularly hopeful for this little beastie. Right, a Hanimex 35HS. So this is very, very, very cheap, generic, made in Macau film camera. Looks like we have to, pull up the rewind spool to open it up and get into the back. I mean, it looks reasonably clean, but there's not a hell of a lot going on in these to actually do anything. So it probably, works absolutely fine. I'll just double check that the shutter is firing by popping the back open. Yep, if you look very carefully there, you can just about see that it is firing. So this one works. You've got sunshine, cloudy, want to use a flash, but no built-in flash, single point hot shoe on the top. So this works, but then again, there was never really a lot to go wrong in this for it not to work. So there we go. Right, our final one. This is actually a video camera. It is a DV5040. The SD card, ooh, that's horrible. That really is cheap and nasty. Goes in the side there, no SD card in there. You then have a little screen that you can turn like this, And you've got your power zoom rocker just there. Oh, and it appears to have a camera mode for taking pictures. Right, let's see if we can find out. There we go. Ugh. Now, that's got some battery leak in there at some point, so I am not holding out much hope for this to actually power on without a good clean. Nope. May work with a good clean. I'd be quite interested in, because, you know, it's got a camera mode just there. I'd be interested to see if this thing actually... Oh, it does say down the bottom there. I'm not sure if you'll be able to read that. Hopefully you will. It says digital still camera, despite the fact that it says digital video camera up here. And you've got a close-up and a mountain, so it appears to be manual focus as well. And digital video lens, f3.5 and a focal length of 7.7 millimeters. So this thing's going to have an absolutely tiny sensor in it. Ooh, it's got a light as well, which is just at the right height to actually be blocked by your finger when you're holding it. I am going to try giving this one a good clean up, because being perfectly honest, I think the video is going to be absolutely terrible out of it. In fact, I know the video's going to be absolutely terrible out of it, but I'm intrigued as to what you can do with the camera side of it. It's a traveller. So there we go. Right, anyway, that is a now empty box and our job lot for £24. So we've got a few working ones. This is the one that I am hoping I can get working, the Nikon Coolpix. For me, the pick of the bunch in terms of most interesting is this, and I'm going to have to try and find a bit more out about it, because I love the fact that it's got a ridiculous selfie mirror at the front. The self-timer's right on the front. This appears to be a stand so that you can easily use it in selfie mode. You've got a tripod mount there. You've got a tripod mount on the side there. It intrigues me. I absolutely love this ridiculous little thing, even if I can't get film for it anymore. So anyway, that is our job lot. Thank you very much for watching. If you have found this video interesting, please do give me a like, and if you want to see more content like this, please do like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon for notifications, and I will see you soon. Thanks very much for watching, everyone. Take care. Bye.